Hello there. The Attorney General, Geoffrey Cox QC, may think that this current Parliament is effectively dead, but I can assure him that the Remainers sitting on those green benches do not think so. Once Parliament reconvened after the Supreme Court ruling that it had never been prorogued, up stepped the Attorney-General to give the Remainer MPs a piece of his mind. But he also made it clear that the Supreme Court in its judgment had constructed a new principle in law so that it could now make rulings where it was previously thought the court could not go. Now, in his stirring speech, the Attorney-General laid into MPs' cowardice for not calling a vote of no confidence in the government and for twice rejecting a general election. In his speech he said, "This Parliament has declined 3 times to pass a Withdrawal Act to which the opposition, in relation to the Withdrawal Act, have absolutely no objection. Then we now have a wide number of this House setting its face against leaving at all, and when this government draws the only logical inference from that position, which is we must leave therefore without any deal at all, it still sets its face, denying the electorate a chance of having its say on how this matter should be resolved. This Parliament is a dead Parliament. It should no longer sit. It has no moral right to sit on these green benches." And he continued with, "They don't like to hear it, Mr. Speaker. Twice they have been asked to make the electorate decide upon whether they should continue to sit in their seats while they block 17.4 million people's vote. This is a disgrace. Let me tell them the truth. They can vote no confidence at any time, but they are too cowardly. They could agree to a motion to allow this House to dissolve, but they are too cowardly." And he ended with, "This Parliament should have the courage to face the electorate, but it won't, because so many of them are really all about preventing us leaving the European Union. But the time is coming. The time is coming, Mr. Speaker, when even these turkeys won't be able to prevent Christmas." And then along came former Tory Cabinet Minister Amber Rudd saying that the Attorney-General should be looking for a Brexit compromise and not use the language of pitting Parliament against the people. And my answer to that would be, it's nice to hear some straight talking on this for once. Now, in saying this Parliament is dead, Geoffrey Cox is absolutely right, in normal political terms. It would now be totally incapable of passing any meaningful domestic legislation that would improve the lot of the ordinary person in the street. In fact, the only thing I think it would be capable of is ensuring that a second EU referendum happens next year, and they will all sit there until it is delivered and the people have given their verdict on it. That way, with the right question and the right people being able to vote in it, they hope to lock the UK inside the EU for all time prior to a general election. And to rectify this appalling position, Parliament has 2 tools at its disposal. One is for the Leader of the Opposition, Jeremy Corbyn, to table a vote of no confidence, and the other is to vote for an early general election. But despite the government being unable to govern, the Leader of the Opposition has so little personal political capital that he dare not table a motion of no confidence without finding himself out in the cold along with Boris Johnson. And they daren't vote for a general election as the dangers of Boris returning with a large enough majority to force Brexit through horrifies them. And I'm led to believe that Boris will be offering MPs another chance to go for a general election this afternoon, which I reckon they would use any lame excuse they can to vote down. Not only that, the Remainer MPs are split as to who could lead a possible government of national unity and what its aims would be. So I see them continuing to explore the lawfare route for more ways to control the government via the now power-hungry Supreme Court, as well as using this current Speaker of the House of Commons, John Bercow, to be as inventive with the House rules as possible to give the anti-Brexit mob their head. And that has sort of already commenced. The Lib Dems under Joe Swinson are reportedly looking for ways to force the Prime Minister to seek an Article 50 extension even earlier than the current deadline of the 19th of October as required by the Benn Surrender Act. And there is now also talk that the Benn Surrender Act itself might well have to be changed because of some possible loopholes in it. On this, the Lib Dem Deputy Leader Ed Davey said, "I've certainly seen the opinion of a number of very notable lawyers that it's not watertight, and if that's the case, we may need another bill to ensure that no-deal Brexit is completely taken off the table." So the anti-Brexit, anti-democratic and anti-people legislating will continue. Yes, Parliament against the people sums it up accurately, with the added spice of judges taking sides as well. And why is it that when the rich and powerful get active, it's always the ordinary person that gets thoroughly shafted? Anyway, what do you think? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.